So I bring you back today to the 5th round of the FA Cup, and I must say it was a pretty fair draw in terms of who we're playing against. I'd say probably an easier calibre of opponent than Aston Villa, so we'll have to see how that goes. And in terms of the league form, it's been a bit meh. We've won one and we've lost one. But I'll show you all of that momentarily. And of course, we'll see if we can get through to the quarterfinals. Who knows? But we'll find out momentarily. After beating Aston Villa 1-0 with a 13th minute winner, we then went away from home and beat Stoke 2-1. George Hurst getting a double. We then lost 2-0. George Hurst then having an absolute dismal... Oh, you can't actually see it. An absolute dismal performance at 5.9. So, you know, it's just a tale of the actual number 9 as per usual that we have here. We then went and beat Birmingham 4-1. So actually, no, we have played one other game, haven't we? 2 wins and 1 loss, and a nice 4-1 resounding win over Birmingham with everyone putting in a good performance. But today, I bring us back to the Fulham game. We're away from home, FA Cup 5th round. And did we say it goes into... Does it go into... No, it does go into the quarters. So we could potentially seal our place into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup if we can win today. And of course, that is a big if. Let's get into the team. Let's have a look at what the starting lineup's going to be. To be honest, it's not really been changing much. Apart from Pedro now starting for us. Now he's back from international duty. It's not really been changing other than that. And to be fair, in the FA Cup, he got a 7.3. Absolute fantastic performance as we saw in that last episode. And I think realistically, it's very much just going to be kind of much of a muchness now for the starting 11, if I'm honest, because obviously I've inherited this team. I've not really been able to add anyone newer. Pretty much just going to be unchanged. I mean, there's going to have to be a massive clear out this summer at Southampton and really evaluate where we are in terms of positions. But I think for now, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to change it any further. And yeah, we'll get into the dressing room. I'll give you a little bit of an insight, of course, as to what we're going to say to the boys, like we always do. And let's see if we can go the furthest. We're already the furthest we've ever been. But can we get to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup? Like I said in the last episode, we might even be able to win it. We may even be able to win it in our first season here at Southampton. Who knows? Here we go. The team sheets are locked in for this all-important FA Cup clash. I'm just going to say I want you to pick up exactly where you left off last time. I think that's fair. You know, a 4-1 win. What more can we ask them? You know, go out there, do the exact same job. Alex Iwobi's still playing for Fulham there. Let's go out there, do the exact same job, get on the score sheet early, and then really hold and cement that lead and get our name in the draw for the quarter-final. A big game. Not so much in, you know, finance is always nice to bring the money in from the cup, right? But we're not as heavy reliant on cup money as we probably were at Oxford. But this is more now for pride and the potential opportunity to win a cup. But of course, we have to beat the teams that are in front of us, and we need to beat Fulham today. But we've got Osman here running down the wing. Is he going to lay it off? No, he's going to take his man on, pass it back into Pedro. Quick 1-2, I like to see it. Osman, lovely, lovely run, lovely run. And the Fulham goalkeeper manages to make the save. I love watching Pedro get the ball and just having a quick, cheeky off pass as well. He goes straight into him, straight back out. He doesn't have to sort of think about it. He knows exactly where the players are. He's come into the starting 11 pretty nicely, to be fair. I think he's a good addition to the squad. And at only 19 years old, I think he is. I mean, he's got a bright future ahead of him here at Southampton. Fantastic mental stats and quite good technical stats. Not bothered about finishing and not bothered about crossing, because that ain't ever going to be his job, right? So, I'm going to praise the boy. Why am I praising the boys? Should have just encouraged them, but that's absolutely fine. We've done it now. Oh, well. Long goal kick downfield. Hopefully we can just score from this highlight and the praise would make sense because it comes out from the next one, right? Lovely boy over top. Osman. Oh, we do. What a fantastic goal. Oh, it's offside. I was going to say, the pass and the execution was absolutely fantastic. But of course, with any good goal, it's always ruled off in some which way, shape or form, especially at the minute with VAR, right? But Stankovic collects it nicely. What can we do here? Another long goal kick downfield. They get the first ball, but we win the second, then pass it straight back into them. But Reinders gets in with the tackle. Osman here. Pedro Lima. What's he going to do? Put the ball in? Put the ball in? Oh, Reinders tries to get the ball away. Osman's there. And the goalkeeper has to save with his feet. With his feet. Reinders, if he had a little bit more composure there, could have hopefully have just tipped that on to Ratala to potentially have obviously got that goal. I don't think we're going to change it much else. I'm going to encourage the boys. We're comfortable in possession. We're dominating pretty much across the board. It's almost a matter of time, he says. But we all know what FM's like. That was a horrible tackle. But, I mean, they're getting away with it. Reinders here. Passes it back into the winger. Reinders over the top into him. Oh, he tries to put that head across for Ratala, but let's remember Ratala is about 5 foot tall, 5'5". So that's another reason why. Oh, they're offside. I was going to say that's another reason why I might look for another striker, because at 5'5", that's not a lot of outball. So I'm thinking if we put him as the cam, or even if I had 2 strikers and do like a Crouch and Defoe. Ratala is my Defoe at 5'5". I mean, Jermaine Defoe may have been taller than that, who knows. I just need a Peter Crouch to go alongside them. And so if we can get the goal, it makes us favourites. Keep performing. Keep doing what you're doing. We've both scored now, but it was both offside. So it's everyone knows that they can score. We just need to score in the right way. And that's definitely something that hopefully we can do. But we're going to get a bit of early encouragement out of this. Nice to see the defence starting to really click and get them performances in. We're not leaking as many goals, or we're not sort of conceding all the time like we have been. Reinders has picked up a knock, which is not nice to see. So what we might do, drop him off, put Hurst up top, then we'll have him as a channel midfielder because he prefers that. I think other than that, we'll leave it for now. Actually, we'll take him off because he's absolutely shattered. He's always so tired, and I have no idea why. You know, he's meant to be young. He's meant to be able to run up this wing all day, every day. Might have to work on his stamina, I think, in his training. We're going to encourage him again. Not going to make any other changes yet, but we will make some changes soon. Probably looking at bringing maybe Ibrahim off. But then again, do we need him if it goes into extra time? I can't remember if this round goes into extra time and then penalties. I'm going to change it to more of a balanced approach now. We have been on cautious, but I think we're going to go balanced. Try and get a bit of a front foot. Pedro here. Lovely ball into Ratala. Pedro Lima. Pedro. Another Pedro. Ooh, long range effort from Ratala. But unfortunately goes right over the crossbar. But yeah, we've got Pedro Lima, but then Joe Pedro. Or it might be Jose Pedro. Ball into Hurst. Osman. Oh, gets dispossessed too easily. He would have been in there if he'd done a little bit of score. But Hurst intercepts. You like to see it. Osman back to Hurst. Hurst scores! That could be the goal that separates it. It could be the goal that settles the tie. And it's come from Georgie Hurst. A player that is so hot and cold, is never in between, but a lovely bit of play here from Osman. Well, I don't know why we're seeing that. It's the highlight from Ratala. Why has it gone that far back? Anyway, we're not going to wait and see it, but you've all seen it live, and that's fine by me. But that could be the goal that sends us to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We just need to stay compact now. Pedro, lovely vision, lovely little turn on it. Ball over the top into Ratala. Ratala's there. Ball over the top. Ah, it's offside again. But that's what I think Ratala can do from a cam role. He can sort of get in behind them and run at them a little bit more, maybe, is kind of my hopes, right? But it might be that we change that and we do properly change that come the transfer window. I'm going to take him off. That might be a risk, changing your centre-back, but I don't want to risk any unnecessary injuries. We're going to praise the boys. We're probably going to drop it back now to cautious. And then we're also going to bring down the tempo and waste time, like we like to do. Iwobi here on the ball. Long ball over the top. Surely we can deal with that, though. We let them pick it up on the edge of the box, but we do get rid of the danger the first time round. Alex Iwobi here. Downs gets the tackle in. Iwobi, or Stankovic pushes it onto the post, and Pedro Lima deals with the danger and knocks it out for a throw-in. Fulham are in the ascendancy here. A throw-in in a dangerous area. Back to Iwobi. But there's Pedro picking it up, picking his pocket and playing it out, but it does go out for a corner for Fulham. They put the ball back in. Totti here on the ascendancy. Not your centre-back, really, what you want to be seeing doing, right? Pedro Lima into Talabi. Talbi puts the ball in. Ratala's there. He's never going to win the header, as we know. Oh, but Edon Zagrova. Some of these names I have to, because I've not signed them, I need to really sort of get my head around them. But Zagrova puts the ball in from a mistake, you would arguably say, from the Fulham centre-back. No one's marking Zagrova. As cool as you like, a volley into the far corner. And that is that. We are into the quarter-final of the FA Cup. We're not going to waste much more time. There's no point. We've got 3 minutes left of added time, or 2 minutes left of added time. So Grover here with the ball in. What's he going to do with it? It's a lovely ball in. Totti's there. Oh, it goes straight into the keeper's hands, but it does go out for a corner. Of course, we will not see the 3 corners that we've just had, and it goes out to full time. But come on, into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. I'm going to sound very happy with your performance. And I'll tell you what, if the fans and the board aren't happy now, bringing them up into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, they ain't ever going to be happy, right? Let's have a look at the calendar. When is the next draw for the FA Cup? So the next draw is not until Monday. So the plan will be, I'll bring us obviously to Monday so we can see who we get in the FA Cup. And then most likely, depending on when that game is, I might skip us forward to maybe say the Sheffield United game. So again, we get a couple of games played off camera, bring us up to Sheffield United. We'll see that game depending on when the FA Cup matches, but we'll see that in a moment. We'll see when that falls and then we'll plan around that. Also, forgot to show you what actually that means in terms of the league after these results, and I'll show you that momentarily. But we did actually draw Sheffield United in the FA Cup. Of course we did, because we're playing them at home and then we're playing them at home again. So what the plan will most likely be, to be honest, is I'm probably just going to skip up to that quarterfinal game and have almost like an FA Cup special, 5th round, quarterfinal, and then we'll play on from there, and then we'll see a couple of league games in the next episode, maybe in between the FA Cup semi-final. But in terms of who's left, there's not a lot of big clubs left. If you have a look, this is the quarterfinal. So you've got Colchester versus Norwich, Watford versus West Ham. It could be Man City versus Man United. And then it's Southampton versus Sheffield United. So there's only actually 3 Premier League clubs left in the FA Cup this season, which is absolutely madness. So we'll have to see what happens. But the plan will be, it's going to be obviously a long skip over to the FA Cup game. Of course, for you guys, it won't be. In the power of editing, you will see me pretty much next. Can we get into the semi-finals of the FA Cup? Hopefully we do. And hopefully we avoid Man United or Man City to be able to then move forward. But I'll bring you back, of course, if anything exciting happens. But if not, I'll see you momentarily for the FA Cup quarterfinal. And just like that, we are up to the quarter-final of the English FA Cup. A big game is on the horizon for the Saints, and hopefully we can go away and do the job and secure our spot in that semi-final. But just to update you on what happened in the league outside of the FA Cup, we managed to draw 0-0 with West Brom, pretty average. We then lost 3-1 to Derby, not great. Won 1-0 to Sunderland and then beat Bolton 1-0 as well. Only just managed to beat Sunderland with an own goal. We didn't actually even threaten ourselves. It was a horrendous performance, but you got to get the win, right? We managed to draw out the win and then we beat Bolton. We left it very late. George Hurst again getting on the score sheets. That brings us up to the quarterfinal today. And I think in terms of players, I'm debating starting Hurst because he's been pretty good, hasn't he? And Ratala is still sort of settling in. So what I am debating doing is doing that. I don't know. That's leaving us a bit open, isn't it? I think Downs will have to go in there. No, Pedro needs to come in there, doesn't he? That's right. So we need to go like that. Put Downs there. Put Pedro on because he's been having a rest. He's had a rest the last 2 games just to sort of make sure there's no sort of injury risk. But he comes straight back into the fold this afternoon. And I think other than that, apart from some of sort of the main names where we did rotate a little bit last time out, I think I'm pretty much happy with everyone there. The question mark is, do I play Hurst over Ratala? Or do we leave Hurst as our secret weapon off the bench like he has been and we get him to come on and smash in the goals as and when? We are going to put him on the bench, however, because he's definitely someone who can come on and help secure things a little bit should we be in a winning position. Let's get into the dressing room. Let's speak to the boys. Let's give them that little bit of momentum that they need to hopefully push us over the line and get us into the semi-final of the FA Cup. Don't forget, Sheffield United, they are actually sitting 5th in the Championship. So overall, they've been doing better than us. So we do need to step up to the plate and prove why we cannot be underestimated. I'll meet you in the dressing room. Okay, so here we go. We're in the dressing room. The boys are ready, but let's give them that one last message before we go out there. And I think the message that I'm going to go out there with is we need to get a bit of revenge, right? And I think That should be all the momentum that you need. It's a FA Cup quarter-final against a team that's beaten us earlier in the league. We're at home. Let's go out there, do the Saints fans proud. Let's get our name into the semi-final of the FA Cup. Big game. Probably the biggest game we've had, maybe? I don't know, maybe not. I'd say probably if we get to the FA Cup final, that would be probably the biggest game that we've had. Maybe this isn't the biggest game, but it's most certainly an important game in our career at Southampton. Imagine, I was going to say, I decided to stop there from the jinxing of it. Imagine if we could win the FA Cup in our first ever season. Now, that would give us money in the bank, right? That would give us some collateral to be able to go and hopefully real push forward with regards to the team. I might change it. No, I leave it as cautious. That's been working, but it's not working on the possession front at the minute. So that's not nice to see. Everton did beat Man United in the earlier kickoff, by the way. So that is the correct result. See, Man United are out. Everton are through. Osman here puts it into Reinders. Back to Osman. Is Osman going to put up a masterclass? He touched it across, but Ratala just isn't there to get onto the end of it. Reinders couldn't pick up the loose ball. He does here, though. Pedro into Osman. A lovely bit of play here from the Saints. Osman again. Oh, tricks everywhere. Tricking left, right and centre. Puts the ball across. Oh, Ratala can't put it in. That would have been an absolute masterful goal. Pedro Lima into Downs. We're all over him at the minute. Pedro Lima again. And the highlight plays out. But Osman was absolutely tricking him. He was like a bloody magician. He had all the tricks in the back of his book. Absolutely incredible. But unfortunately, Ratala just couldn't get in the right position to make the most of that play, let's say. But so far, 46 minutes played. And it's 0-0. That goes into half-time. It was more in the ascendancy for Sheffield United. I'm going to say we need more possession in the second half. I am going to change something because I feel like we're getting penned in a little bit too much. Let's go all instructions. I think what I'm going to do is go pass into space. And I might go to bypass the press because obviously they're getting onto us quite quick. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So we can play some balls over the top for Ratala and Reinders to sort of chase onto, and Osman, don't forget as well. Do we want to make any changes? No, I think we're fine with actually the personnel, but I think we're going to make that sort of tactical tweak there. Sheffield United seem to be sort of pinning us a little bit more. That possession game, obviously, in the first half was pretty atrocious, averaging out at probably just under 30%. We're sort of clawing it back a little bit, but not too much right now. But hopefully that will mean that we can release the likes of Ibrahim or Osmond. We've got obviously the other winger who's extremely good, Nabzanda, Ratala, Reinders. But we just need to be in a position where we can release these players and also make sure we stay defensively solid, which is probably the most important thing here at the moment. But a little bit of play here from Sheffield United. Are we going to get FM'd in the first highlight we see of Sheffield United? They score. We managed to deal with it well. Akpa. Lovely ball over the top, and that's the type of play we want. Ratala's in, and he scores. That's what we brought him in. The boy wonder, the new saint of St. Mary's he's going to be. Lovely bit of play. Let's watch this again, because this was a fantastic ball as well by the winger. Let's not forget. Nabazanda it was all him. Look at that ball. Perfect. A bit of a horrible first touch, if I must admit. But manages to compose himself well, takes one touch and bang, slots that into the bottom corner. And that is that. The Saints are 1-0 up. We are going to go to time waste now. I know it's the 67th minute, but you know, we're at home. Let's just play with them. Let's frustrate them. Let's just stay defensively solid. Pedro Lima there, fantastic tackle. Definitely a player we'll be looking to hopefully try and make his loan move permanent. But cuts it across. Oh, Osman just gets out of the way, unfortunately. Pedro picks up the loose ball into the other Pedro. Osman's here. Osman taps it in. And that's what you want to see. It's an own goal it goes down as. But it was all made from the run from Osman. And all made from the shot from Osman. And as we can see, them tactical tweaks at half-time have made all the difference. Them balls over the top. You just go a little bit, oh, tonk, thank you very much. It probably was just a cross that he was aiming to do. So all credit to him for thinking of doing that and trying to get in behind. What we're going to do now is make a couple of changes. Going to take Ratala off, let him have a rest, get Hurst on. We'll take the left back off. I don't want him getting sent off, and he can have a rest as well. We'll put Williams, Barnett on. Other than that, We might take Downs off, let him have a come on. He's a little bit more secure than Downs, to be fair, so we'll do that. Osman here again, taking on 2 men and beating them both, and then cuts inside. Oh, we've got an absolute player here. Ibrahim Osman. Absolute legend. Good dribbling, good technique, good acceleration, good pace. What more do you want from a winger, right? You can get and beat your man and put that ball in, then that's absolutely everything I want you to do. 86 minutes, ball comes in for Hursty, but unfortunately he's running away from it from the angle that it's coming in. Chavez, Williams, Barnett, they're passing it around between them. Oh, tried to cut it for Osman, but unfortunately he wasn't on the same page. Pedro into Pedro Lima. Long ball, Reinders. Oh, Osman. Oh, what a goal. And that's it. 3-0 winners. I'm saying winners. They ain't coming back from it now. It's going to take an absolute disaster if they come in and score 3 in the next 3 minutes. Then again, they've got to highlight straight from kickoff. Don't do this to me, Football Manager. Never mind. We've routed them and they've absolutely played it right out of play. So a great afternoon, a great performance. Osman deserves a quick rest. We might as well bring him off for the last couple of minutes. But a fantastic day, and it could get even better. We're on the ascendancy again. Osman here takes on his man, beats him, takes a shot. Ooh. Just goes wide. That could have been his hattie before he got subbed off. No, not his hattie, because obviously one went down as an own goal, didn't it? But it would have been a hat-trick to us if he scored another one, right? He deserved it. He deserved it. But a fantastic performance. 3-0 win. We are in to the semi-final of the FA Cup. Now, what the plan will be before the episode ends is I am going to bring it forward so you can see exactly who we get in that. Now, I've had some transfer offers come in for Totti, by the looks of it, and also for Akpa. Well, I'm going to reject that because I said I'm only going to sell him for 10 million, and I mean, he's still playing for us. But Totti, I mean, let's consider what we've got here, what we've got on the table. £2 million offer from them. It's only worth 2 anyway. So, I mean, we definitely don't. We're definitely not having that. No. Let's have a look at this one. Selling team wage contribution. So I've got to pay him 12 grand for the rest of his contract. I don't know if I like that, but it's 1.7 that comes in. We get him off the books. He is on 39 grand. I think we'll just accept that and we'll let him go. 467 grand from winning there. Osman obviously impresses. Let's praise him. Say thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim Osman. Can you do that again for us, please, in the next one? And let's see who we get in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Now, that should be drawn, not drawn to the 7th. Yeah, well, why is it not in the calendar then? And there we go. We've managed to avoid the only Premier League club left, and it is Southampton to play Norwich in the FA Cup. Now, where does that fall? The semi-final of the FA Cup does not fall until Saturday, the 26th of April. So the plan will be bring you back for, say, the Wrexham game. I'll play over these two, bring you back for Wrexham, skip over that, and then we'll watch that, and then we'll see what happens, really. In terms of the league, we're safe, pretty much. Played 40 games, are on 53 points. I don't think there's any risk of being pulled down into here now. I mean, we win our game in hand, we go here. I mean, playoffs aren't impossible, but they're going to be pretty hard to actually get and secure now at 64 points. You know, they're 12 points ahead. All we're going to see a really good showing in the FA Cup. And it just goes to show the team's there, the chemistry's there, the play style is building and they're used to it. It's just obviously where they've been battered in the league all season, the confidence in one-off games is flowing a little bit more than in the league. And that's fine for now because we know hopefully come next season we can propel that confidence on and start performing like realistically we should be in the league. But for now, we're happy. Semi-finalists of the FA Cup, 15th in the Championship. Can't be going much better from where we took over, right? And that's what we've got to remind ourselves. From where we took over, we're doing much better than what the previous manager was. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Leave a comment down below. Are we going to be FA Cup winners in our first season with Southampton? Let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.